I haven't been drinking, but water. Yeah,
Yeah, you look good.
I haven't been drinking much recently. Probably like 15 days ago. Probably I drank a little, and yeah, a month ago.
I mean, you did when you came to the city, didn't you?
Not as much as I would have,
Oh, okay.
you know. But yes, I did a couple of days, but
Oh.
not tops. Just you know, you Richard, you have you been drinking lately?
Hey guys. Uh, Not really.
You've been taking it easy on the kidneys and the liver.
No, drinking the alcohol.
Yeah,
Sorry, let me switch the my headphones.
I wish I could
Can you hear
drink
me?
more. My life would be more. I mean, happier. I'd be
Right,
merrier,
right.
but I can't. I just can't.
Yeah. Yes. Now, well, now you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
per-
Oh,
perfectly.
thank you. Perfect.
Yes. Good guys.
Uh, no, I haven't drinking in a while. Really
Uh,
drink to get drunk
Not
to
really.
get wasted. That's no, not really. I know.
That's the objective of doing it.
Okay, or no, get wasted. Ooh, no, I don't remember. Probably in the pandemic was the last time I was
Perfect,
I was
perfect
wasted.
timing.
Oh yes, but other than that, I don't remember going like beyond the line because at this age you already know. You know when
Yeah.
you're about to get there. You've
Right.
been going to the dentist, Nissan. We could see. We could clearly see.
Why? You can see my missing molar.
No, not really. No, you don't have such a good camera.
Uh,
No, it
oh,
was
what did you notice when I went like? "Arr."
that you had teeth.
Yeah, no, but it's a good thing that my camera is not high quality because you
I
wouldn't
thought you
like.
were smiling. Actually,
No, I was yawning.
I thought you were gonna do something.
No, I was doing the lion yawn.
Okay, man. Good, man. So this week I was watching a special, a special on what's this guy's name? His name is Andrew
Schultz.
Schultz.
Is it Schultz? Schultz?
Schultz. I think it's Schultz. Yes, Andrew Schultz. Have you ever heard of him, Richard?
Eh, it rings bell. However, I don't remember very. It's
It's a
just it's not familiar for me. But
I'm not an Andrew Schultz expert, but I can tell you that
uh,
he's a comedy guy in
okay,
clubs and everything. And then he started doing some podcasts and some YouTube's not special, but some of his acts. He clips them on YouTube and this and that. So he's been very famous recently because he's been going viral, you know, but he's
okay,
not part of those comics, that are famous and everything. He's like outside, and he's always crossing the line. So Netflix told him, "Yeah, I'll buy your special," but when Netflix had to see it, they said, "Ooh, you know what? We're gonna have to censor a few things." And then he said, "What? But this is my art. How are you gonna censor me? How are you gonna cut up some parts?" And then he said, "You know what? Let me go to the bank. Let me ask my mom for some money. Let me just pay you off what you gave me, you know. And all right, my product is back. You're not gonna chop it off or anything, he bought it back. He bought back his special, right?
okay,
So, but now he has to make money. So now he's decided to go online and sell it on his platform, on his webpage, and he did very well. He said he did better than what Netflix would have gave him, you know. So and now he put it out on YouTube. Yeah, call me cheap or anything, but actually I was gonna pay. It wasn't that expensive. It was $15 for, but for one or another reason, I didn't buy it. So after 15 days or probably a month, he released it on his YouTube channel. And yeah, it's funny. But sometimes he crosses the line, or at least he almost crosses the
Opens
line,
up and takes that shit in, doc.
you know? So let's
Maybe, maybe not. Now you need certified yes from them, okay? Don't fuck with that pull-out method with Latinas. You come on a Latin girl's stomach, her belly button just opens up and takes that shit in, doc. Like fucking hungry hippos in there, dog. You gotta come on her back. That's why they call them wetbacks. Now, guys,
ooh.
everybody.
Yeah, I totally hate it. Yeah, I mean, you know me. I enjoyed it. I watched it. I don't like the guy because I didn't even know he did stand up. I saw some of his podcast clips, and
What don't you
I
like
know
about him?
he dog whistles a lot. He dog whistles. You know, he says
What do you
things.
mean?
Yeah, like he says things like you know dog whist,
Edgy
you know
things?
you know dog whistling, Richard. Yeah,
No.
it's like he says something that for most people is not really racist, for example.
Okay.
But the real racists, they know exactly what he's talking about. It's like he like they get the reference. They get like they get the joke, unlike the
Okay.
rest of other people. So he dog whistles a lot. Like he has this he plays it as you know I'm on your side. Like I'm not a racist. I'm not I'm not this. I'm not that. But then, like I said, I didn't know he did stand up. But I listened to him like talking, like having conversations with people, and I knew exactly what was his discourse like back then. So when you showed me like he had a stand up, I was like, yeah, maybe he is funny, but I know exactly what kind of show it's gonna be. He's gonna try to be, edgy,
Okay.
like you said.
How do you take that humor, Richard? The one that is like edgy like that, the one that can cross the line in one moment or another. You know, the one that you say it's funny for you, but maybe it's not funny for somebody. You know, for example,
Yes.
he made a joke like that you need to, he said that to that's why he made a joke, which is not a direct insult, definitely, but it's a joke at the end of the day
Mhm.
on Mexicans wetbacks. No, that the term. Later on, he talks about black people, and then sometimes he even makes jokes of himself about about anybody, but he can't seem to cross the line to some people. What do you think about this comedy? Do you think that people like comics should be more reserved, or you think they should go off and say whatever they think?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think my first thought it's really a thin line. It's very between their right to make a comedy or to make a joke about everything or about a specific topic, and the right of everybody, people get hurt. I don't know their feelings, or I don't know their emotions or something like that. I think it's a very complicated subject sometimes. I didn't hear about this. Oh, I haven't heard about this guy. Um, it's Yeah, well, I don't know. It's very. I think it depends of the of the person. Some of them it could be just comedy, or other kind of jokes will be disrespectful, or they couldn't agree with them. Just the good thing is you had an option to listen and to watch or to follow this guy or not. If you
Mm,
don't really like it, so just don't follow and that's it.
I
I think
agree
that's
completely.
something
Right.
that's yes. I think in so in just in the case that he or she is hurting, I don't know, third parties or something like that, that's really very harmful, or they saying or a really bad, I don't know,
comment
yes,
or mark.
a bad comment, or it's very transgressor, that
Right.
it will be very hard, dangerous for people. I don't know, maybe they can they imply or they maybe they could make people, I don't know, commit a crime or a felony or something like that. So maybe that is a line that you can see something about it, or you can, I don't know, criticize him or she or her. However, it's I think it's for yes, definitely comedians are not for everybody. In some kind of comedy it's not for everybody, so if you don't like it, so just don't listen, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
So.
I can enjoy his jokes, but at some point, for example, that one when he started talking about Latina women, right? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it's a funny joke, and it's not that far from reality. No, like
Okay.
we are a certain demographic that have this tendency of having a lot of children.
Yes.
But when he went like when he made the jokes about when he made the
That's
joke
what they call
about
them. Wetbacks.
yeah, that for me
That's
that
too
was
much.
crazy. No,
That was funny.
it wasn't too much. This was my exact reaction when he said that. I was like, really? Because it was just like I'ma say it, you know, to cross the line, because that's who I am. I mean, my show it's called Infamous. Like I go beyond the limits of decency. Like and when they do that, like they try too hard to come off as irreverent and transgressive. For me, you know, I'm like, you try too hard, bro. Plus, like for example, this joke he made about Michael Jackson, uh,
Yes.
it's a Dave Chappelle joke from 20 years ago. Dave Chappelle said the exact same thing. He said,
Yeah.
he said, "Oh, Michael Jackson did all that to you. That's not a felon. That's a good host." Even the punchline is pretty similar, no? But he changed it to Michael Jordan, I think. No, so yeah,
Okay. Oh no, that was.
I don't get offended. But if I feel that they're trying too hard, like
They trying too hard to offend you.
yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
it is funny though that they succeed at it many times. Like a lot of people will be walking out of the venues and stuff. No, so
That's crazy, no?
it does happen. Yeah.
Do people, but I still think that if you're saying something funny, if it's funny, it's funny. It doesn't matter if it's about me or about my good things or my bad things, my defects. If it's funny, it's funny. I mean, to me, funny is funny. It's a concept. Yes, I know that people say, "Well, funny to you, funny to." No, I don't believe in that. I believe funny is just funny. You might think it is, or you might not think it is. Yes, but the same thing as important. You might think this is important. You might think this is not important. So funny, important. But what is important is important. You cannot deny that. So yes, we do have our interpretation justice, of these values, no, justice, humor, but at the same time I think we need to understand that if it's funny, it's funny. And then I think we need to look for the funny side of life. But I think that would be my personal approach. But I do think that it is beneficial for people. I see it that if people laugh at their problems, or they see the funny side of every situation, they will, or they would, enjoy their life more, because what is good is even better, and what is not that good is at least funny. So I think comedy is, I don't know, it must be like a philosophy or something. I don't know, that I know that nowadays we cross the line in many aspects. In probably in all aspects, we are very edgy in general. Us, the way we eat, the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we talk to each other, the way we think. Yeah, we're always like that. And comedy, I think we need to take it like that, because if you laugh at what he said or what anybody says without getting offended, I think that enriches you as a person. I don't know. You give me a comment. Maybe somebody there commenting.
Well, I mean, I understand your point. The thing is that there's that quote by Muhammad Ali. I think he's the one who said it. He said something in the sense of, a man who sees the world the same way he did at 50, same way he did when he was 20, just wasted 30 years of his life.
Okay.
So if you're a 40-year-old comedian, I expect 40-year-old type of jokes. You know what I'm saying?
He's a 32-year-old comedian, though.
Then I guess it's okay. He's in his early 30s. Okay.
He's not a father. He's not a.
Okay. Yeah. Because
just-
if he was my age, I would be like, really, man? What is this? High school?
Oh, yeah,
That's
I
high
know.
school. That's high school humor.
No, this is his first special.
So yeah. Because there's this guy, Jimmy Carr. Do you know Jimmy Carr?
No, not really, huh?
He's got this special on Netflix actually, and he plays with these jokes he calls career enders, because
Okay.
they're really edgy jokes. He's making fun of euthanasia, abortion, like
Ooh.
the same things this dude is making fun of, but the style is different. I guess that's why Netflix had no problem with having him on the platform instead of this guy, because you can come and tell me a really smart and witty yo mama joke,
Yeah.
and I laugh. Okay, or you can just walk up to me and start telling me my mother is fat and stupid, and some people will
Okay.
laugh at that. But where the different same thing. And I think like this guy's style is a little bit like that. Like, oh, you're fat, you're black, you're haga. That's fun, and that's funny.
No,
It's
I
not-
think that's too radical. He's not like that.
But he's not a comedy genius. Like you
I think
agree
he
with-
is.
Oh my god. Well, it's because you like high school humor.
And because he's fresh.
Don't
Look,
you?
listen. But Richard doesn't know what we're talking about.
High school humor.
Oh, right now, ladies, I am with you. I think it's your body, your choice. I agree with you on that. 100%. I agree with you when you say that men should have no say in the decisions you make with your bodies. Those are your decisions to make and yours alone. And I feel that way because at the end of the day, when we all go up to heaven and God's like, why are we all killing babies? We're going to be like, y'all.
Listen to this. This is dog whistling. No. Play it. Because this is what I'm talking about when I call him a dog whistler.
I think they were very clear whose decision this was, God. Looks like you need to pay for your sins, babe. Even though I paid for your sins.
Okay, you can stop it. What did he actually say?
That it's your decision and I'm with you.
No, he said
When he comes when to the moral side, yeah, it's your
he's
so-
saying he is saying abortion is a sin.
exactly.
And women are guilty of it. That's a discourse.
If you want to
That's a-
believe in it, no.
that's a political discourse. No, that's what I mean. I've heard him talk about the subjects in his podcast. He means that shit.
Right.
He means it.
But it's still, I mean, it's like if I'm telling you, hey, listen, if you reply to what I'm gonna say, you're gonna go to hell. And you say, no, of course not. I'm not gonna go to hell. You are crazy. I'm not going to hell because and I'm telling you, listen, we're talking about hell, right? You know, and it's the same thing. It's a sin. A sin nowadays, a sin is a joke. You know, a sin is a
Not for conservative Republicans. Is not
exactly, yeah. For these people are old and are gonna die, but people like the new people, you know, a sin. Who thinks a sin like the new generations?
most of his audience. Who do you think are his fans?
People that
Trump
that,
supporters. Trump supporters. That's why
some of them,
Do you do know the guy? I mean,
yeah, no, and I do like Trump a little. You know, I think everybody does.
I don't know why that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, okay, but maybe it's Richard's turn to
Yes.
say something.
Please do, Richard.
Well, I don't know what many things were said, but
Right.
yeah,
Many things
I
were
just
said and done.
no, I think one of the things that I found that it's really good about comedy is that you can talk about everything and give this I don't know this side of the story that it's funny. For example, the abortion, you know, it's really a really sensitive topic. It's really complex, you know, and well, it depends how the people manage to sense that, you know, to feel that. So there will be women that they could be offended about that, or they could be supported, or they just a joke. So that's what I think, that it depends on the person. It's really very subjective, and I think it's not it's. And I think the comedy also, that one of the things you said is that you can give a discourse or give a speech. I don't know, talk about something or give a meaning with your comedy. It doesn't have to be a high school comedy. You can say really interesting things about the comedy, about with the comedy. Sorry, and give this kind of a speech. And yes, I'm really a huge fan of comedy. I'm not really into American comedies, you know. I think I just missing a lot of good stuff. Just heard about Dave Chappelle, and the other guy that he was canceled. I don't remember the name. That
Louis
Louis
C.K.
C.K.
Louis C.K. You know, I have seen.
He's back
some-
though, but yeah.
Yeah, he's back, and well, I don't know. He was forgiven, but well, he's back, and he's really good.
But look,
However,
listen
yeah,
to
no.
this idea. You tell me what you think. Like he said, I mean, I'm a try to say what he said. I'm gonna try to quote him, right? So he says, when you are okay, let me. Well, I mean, we could hear it, but not really. Okay, let me see what he said, because he said this when I'm sorry, man. I just lost it, but I do want to say this. Hold on.
Yeah.
Comparison number. Hold on. Okay. You know that when it comes, I didn't think about this because look, Okay, I support you, but the moral side, if we talk about the moral side, you have to carry with it. You are as a woman, no? Let's not go for what's right, what's wrong. Let's just aim for the fact of it. The moral thing, you as a woman, you are gonna pay that consequence, you know? And if you laugh about it, it might heal you better. If you laugh about it, if we as a community laugh about these tragedies and these bad things and these mistakes of life and society and these accidents of life and things, these harsh things, if we laugh about it, I think we can
Yeah.
have a better chance of a better future, because then we are just dealing with it, as a society, personally, yeah. But when we go to shows like this, and when we have comedies as comedians, as society, I think their job is to walk us through these situations, you know in a good manner, in a funny way, so we can understand maybe the concept of abortion that most of us are ignorant about it. And now we can have a better understanding from a funny point of view. And then you say, oh, okay, so because it is, you are killing. Because he says, this is a joke, he said, you know yeah, but it's not a baby. That was my opinion before. Yeah, but it's not a baby. And then he said, and the other guy said, yes, but if you let it, it'll eventually be able. And then I said, huh, I never thought about it like that. I thought it was stupid, but then he gives me another example. And then he says, it's like your daughter. And then he's talking to another guy, a 10-year-old daughter, like, oh, she's hot. Oh, she's so sexy, right? And she's 10. And then this guy is like, hey, I'm going to kill you. You're talking about my daughter like that. And then he said, well, she's not, but if you let her,
Like she won't
if you
be
let her,
10 forever. Yeah, that's what
she,
I was gonna say. Yeah,
she will be hot someday. That's
yeah.
what
He
he
he,
said.
g- he gave you both arguments in one
And I
joke.
never seen this situation like that. And I said, whoa, yes, it is. I mean, we need to accept the other parts of abortion, that it prevents, like in Europe, like after they passed this. I know in Canada, after they passed these laws, 14 years later, 20 years later, they have seen a decrease in abandoned children or something, or I think there is a good thing, when they pass the abortion laws, right? So whatever, we always think about the positive things. That's why we let it, and we try to open our minds, blah blah blah. But there is a point that we don't think about it, and when we do, it might hurt. If you laugh about it, you can go through it, because, oh yes, we are killing babies, really, but okay, I guess we are, but it's better for our society, you know so all right, and then you laugh about it, and then you can move on. What do you guys think about my point of view?
Well, I got two. Well, I got two things to say about what you just said. Like once, like for example, you said that some of these jokes makes us understand an issue better. But sometimes it's
Like
the
for example, you
opposite.
said that some of these jokes.
Wait, what's that? Is that an echo? No. Okay. So
That's
sometimes.
Theo coming in. What's up, Theo?
Hello, Dio.
Hello,
How are
hello,
you?
people.
Great to have you here.
Hello.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you.
Okay, go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, but sometimes it's the opposite. The comedian uh, might be making some people, as like yourself, believe that they're educating you and they're misinforming you. That's the negative side of it. So it's okay as long as you don't try to come off as educational. If you're an ignorant piece of, and that's because that happens a lot, and that's one thing. And the other thing was that, um,
Well, but maybe these guys have a thought on that. Theo, Richard, do you have a thought
Sorry.
on what Nathan said? And then hold
Yeah.
your thoughts because I'm holding
All right.
mine.
Yeah. Sure.
Um, yes. I just forgot what he said.
Nothing relevant, really. Nah. That say that again, Nis. Faster.
Who, me?
Yeah. So you can put Theo
Sorry. I just
and Richard in
completely
context.
lost my
Oh, yes,
thing.
yeah. I was saying that sometimes. Oh my
It's
God!
not educational.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember.
and when
Yeah.
people think it
Yeah.
is, that's a
Yeah.
problem because you got people being misinformed, and
Yeah.
instead of understanding an issue better, now they got it totally backwards.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
Yes. Yeah. I remember now. I think yes, you're right. I think especially with the new comedians that they know that, for example, that they are the LGBT guys that they try to teach you. I don't know how to name them. I don't know how to treat you, and it's okay. However, I don't know. It's like it's an educational speech, that they try to educate you, and most of the time it's not funny at all, and they just get this just I don't know, maybe a lecture instead of comedy. So it's something that yeah, sometimes it's really well, yes, it's definitely not funny, and I
Okay.
think it would depend on maybe some people they found this funny or they amusing. Yes,
Okay.
however, most of them I think, in my opinion, they are not funny.
Okay. And Theo, tell me.
No, I just got in, so I'm not sure exactly what is the subject or the topic that you're talking about, guys.
We're talking about comedy or disrespect. That sometimes this comedy or comedians are too edgy. That are crossing the line between funny and disrespect. My claim is that funny is funny. Neeson says that sometimes it's not funny if it insults other people, you know? And then we're talking about, and then Neeson said that probably, then I said that I do think comedy is educational because it helps communities and the society understand situations in a funny way, like go through hard situations, and we understand better if a comedian talks about it, and I do believe that because I think that society has evolved to a point that comedy heals us, laughing heals us, and but Neeson said that probably calling comedy educational is a mistake. If I'm not misquoting you, Neeson, that's where we
Mhm.
are at right now.
I think that was a pretty good summary. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
maybe you have a
yeah, I think you worded that very well. Yeah, comedy is not always
educational.
and
Okay.
I say that it's not. Yeah,
Yeah, it was comedy is for entertainment. I mean, it's for entertainment. You used to have fun. I mean, so if you take it as educational, I mean, I think you taking it in the wrong way. Every now and then it could be, but most of the time it's not educational. It's to have fun. It's to relax yourself. Maybe you had a very difficult week at your work, and you go there just to have fun, to relax yourself, like to forget about the issues, the issues that you had at work or your family, or in your life, maybe, I don't know. But I don't think it's educational. I mean, it's just for fun. Plus, uh, comedy is also a business. I mean, they go there for business, for money. It's business. In reality, it's
Okay.
business. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Right.
every now and then, it could be education, but most of the times no. Plus, sometimes in order to make fun of situations or to make fun of people, they cross the line. They have to cross the line. If they don't cross the line, then people won't laugh. So they need to cross the line. Yeah. So that's why
Mm,
they do. Because that's why they do. Because I mean, they do it in purpose. They know that they crossing the line, but they do it in purpose because
Good
they
point.
had something. Yeah.
and how should other people react at this when they feel threatened or offended or insulted, probably even humiliated? You know, in when comedy makes other people feel like that, do you think it's is the risk of the situation, or do you think is comedy's fault, or do you think is the offended person's fault for being offended? Like
I think
what's
it's
your
not
opinion on this?
comedy. It's not comedy's fault. I mean, if you go there, you should be expecting that, and you should be ready for it. You should be. I mean, don't expect that to to be treated kindly in a comedy. I
Right,
mean,
right, right. But
I mean,
when
they are there to make fun of you. Sometimes I had seen comedians. They choose someone from the public. You know, they start making questions that who you are, what do you do this, and as soon as you speak, they try to make fun of you.
of course,
I mean, you are the target. I mean, take it like that. I
right,
mean, see it like that. You are the target right there,
right, you are.
and they are. Yeah, you are the target. Don't expect. I mean, don't
but
expect something good out of
But
that.
when he starts speaking about something in general, not really about somebody specifically in the
Hmm.
audience, but some like a
Hmm.
situation in life, you know, like a community, or in this case, abortion. You know,
Hmm.
do you think we can learn something from that point of view, or is just funny or not funny? That was probably the bottom line.
I mean, there is not
Everybody can
much
comment.
that we can learn. Yeah, that's not a way that we can learn from there or from that. But certainly, if you are there to learn something, I mean, you are in the wrong place. Just to begin with, if you went,
Okay.
if you go there to, if you're expecting to learn something from them, well, you are in the wrong place because
Hmm.
you're,
Okay.
yeah. I beg
Okay.
that's my opinion. I think.
Okay. What do you guys think about the idea of you can and should learn from everywhere at all times, all situations? You can learn something, and going to
Yeah,
me,
definitely.
going that like crossing the line teaches you. When you break the rules when you are a kid, it teaches you a lesson. When
You
you
see?
when you go beyond your thoughts, your own values, like when you I'm not such a good person. I'm laughing at this something is wow, and that is to me is a lesson. Like, oh, I need to I need to learn how to dance better because I'm not such a good person because I'm laughing at something that I think it's wrong. But so I need to go through that feeling to learn from it. That's what I think. And Richard, maybe you have a comment.
Yes. Yeah, well, yes, definitely. I think it depends on the person. It depends on the perspective. It's Yeah, well, yes, definitely. I think it depends on the person. I just hear the echo of my voice.
Oh yeah, Theo. I just muted you because I think you're playing
Yeah,
the
I
video.
share this. I share the meeting in my feed.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, I'm sorry, Richard.
Uh, no, it's not problem. Just yeah, it's just that. It's the perspective, and definitely, yes. One thing is the first. It's like, yes, you don't have to expect something about learning something in a comedy place in a comedian. I think it also depends on the comedian. You can make a lot of
Mm,
jokes, but it depends on the comedian and how they do that, how they make this joke, and in the well, as a result of that, it will be funny or will be offended. I don't know. I think it depends of the comedy,
Yes.
or the comedian. And yes, it's definitely that. Like as I said, it's a really thin line that everybody
Now,
could be offended.
now
No,
going
no. So
personal,
this is
what's your what's your type of sense of humor? Are you open? Are you more restricted? Are you how do you consider your sense of humor? Are you black humor, like white humor, spicy
yeah.
humor? I don't know. How do you consider you guys? This question is for the three of
Everybody.
you. How do you consider your sense of humor? Anybody?
And well, I think. Well, I think I really like the black comedy. You know, this black humor, or it's something dark humor. I don't know how to say it, but
Okay, dark
I think
comedy.
dark. It will be dark sometimes. Yes, I think it's just. What I don't know. I think the kind of joke is the joke in specific is what I sometimes I don't like it. Is the way they do that. I don't know. It's not about
Mm,
the comedy. It's the joke specifically.
the delivery.
So yes, exactly the punchline. So maybe sometimes it's
Mm,
not really funny. So it could be
okay.
I don't know whoever, and it wouldn't be funny. So yes, I think I go that's with that.
Dark, but not too dark. Okay. All right. And you,
Dark,
Theo?
dark but
Sir.
good comedy.
Good dark,
Yeah,
like chocolate.
yeah,
Good dark comedy. Yeah.
yeah. I am in the same. I mean, I like dark comedy, but it's smart comedy. I mean, if someone's going to make fun of me, but I have no problem with that as long as he do it in a smart way. I mean,
You can take
because
it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, being a comedian, to be a comedian, you need to be really smart because a comedian has the ability to catch, to understand what's going on in society. And not only that, I mean, they need to find ways to make it fun, to make people laugh about it. It doesn't matter if the situation is good or bad. They need to find ways. So you need to be smart
Right.
for that. Yeah. So
Mm.
so what I expect from a comedian, I expect that a smart person,
So you
someone
like
that has,
smart comedy?
yeah, smart comedy. I don't care if it's dark. I mean, it's sweet or light, as long as it's smart.
Mm.
Come.
I like that. I like that. I like that, Theo. And Nissan, what answer would you give us
Mm,
on this topic?
I've been a very big fan of comedy for decades. So I am picky. I guess that's what I was trying to say at first. Like, if I see your special, and I've heard 50% of what you're saying, I've heard it before. Yeah, I'm not gonna think you're the next best thing. So for me, that's what happened with Schultz. But I like all kinds of comedy, and the darker the better. I mean, myself, man.
Yeah,
Like
the darker
last
the
time I
better.
last time
I
I
like that,
yeah,
but the darker the better.
yeah. I mean, last time I made a joke, I told my kid a joke. I was in a bus terminal. I can't even tell you the joke right here, but an edgy joke, for my kid, um, making fun of a specific group of people, and my wife was like, "What is wrong with you? Like that is so insulting. What is wrong with?" And I was like, ah, you know, just a joke. And she went like this, and I turned around, and there was a person, and it was the type of person that was
I thought it was the police. She
with
called the
her.
police on you?
It was a
Oh my
child. No.
god.
It was a child. I was making fun of a child with her family. They didn't. Fortunately, they didn't listen to me. They didn't hear the joke. But if they had, it would have been bad. I'm like it would have been really, really bad. So you see, I know what I like edgy jokes. I even tell them, but I'm stupid like that. Sometimes I do it, at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I think we should all be careful. Like, you got to know your audience and where you are. But if it's a comedy show, people know who Schultz is and what he talks about and what he thinks about life. You can't go to his comedy show and then be like, oh my God, this is so offensive. You know?
Right.
If you can't take a joke and you don't like what he has to say, don't go to his comedy show.
I have a question for you. Last time I went to my, and you need to tell me what you think. Last time I went to my, well, when I went to my dad's funeral,
Right.
I stepped into his. There wasn't a lot of people. It was just his wife and another lady and blah blah. And it was me, and everything was ready there. And he was in the coffin, open coffin. Last time I saw my dad before that occasion was kind of, he was kind of down and depressed, and he was, he had long hair, looking old, his beard looking like like looking crazy. My dad was looking crazy, and then so that was the last image I had from him, and so when I step in, the place where they had the coffin, and I just didn't expect to see him that good looking,
Right.
and the first thing I thought, between me crying, I also had this thought saying, man, that's what it took for you to take a shower. you know so I was like, God damn, I do think I do have a bad sense of humor, because I'm joking on myself on this situation that I think, and then I started crying, and then I said, well, I guess that's what I thought.
But that
I'm not
it was pretty. In your defense, it was pretty funny.
I'm not a comedian, but I do have funny thoughts sometimes, and I think I don't restrict them anymore, because they help me go through life and to understand that some things are funny, like this. I mean, if I would have said that aloud, probably people would have felt like, hey, this guy is crazy, he's drinking, or he's, why, what type of person would say something like this? But in my mind, it sounded funny as hell. So,
It did. I mean,
I'm sorry, but would you get offended now? I'm not even gonna go there. If I go to your funerals, Nissan, I'm not even go there. And then I
No,
make a
but
joke.
I think most people there could take a joke. I mean, I know my family. I mean, yeah. If you said that at my funeral, I know for sure that at least half of the people there would laugh. Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know what
They
I'm gonna
would.
do. Anyway, guys. So thanks for showing up. Give me your last comment, please, Richard.
Yes. Yeah, well, thank you. It was really a good topic that we discussed. And well, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Theo. Give your
Hey,
last comment.
no, I also thank you for allowing me to get in. I mean, I have watched you, I had seen you guys before, but this is the first time that I that I give it a try, because I really wanted to get in here because I had watched your discussions on Facebook.
What do you do? You
Yeah,
teach?
yeah, I teach.
Okay, good. So yeah, you can
Yeah,
come in
that's
anytime you want, man. We be having these edgy conversations
oh
sometimes.
You
okay.
can
So
you can invite your
yeah,
students too.
yeah, yeah. I'll bring my students. So some of them are crazy. Some of them are crazy. So they,
All right, that's
Those
what.
are the ones we want.
Yeah,
yeah,
Nathan likes them crazy.
yeah.
Okay, so do I. So I will see
Okay.
you next week. Okay, guys. Thank you very
Hopefully, I'll
much.
be around next Friday. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.